Hi everyone, I'm Sam Nordberg. Welcome to Weekly Mini Training. But this week, as you know, we're running a Behind the Business series. And today I have with me Denise DaCosta. So Denise is a no-nonsense business coach, passionate about helping women entrepreneurs gain the confidence they need to put themselves out there. She helps clients clarify their niche. We all need that. Create irresistible offers and overcome fears so that they can start being recognized as the experts they are, attract dream clients, and grow their service-based businesses with ease. Sounds pretty awesome, right? She believes that we're here on this planet to use our talents to help others, and building a business is an awesome way to do that. Hiding and playing small is doing a disservice to our clients, and that's why she's on a mission to get rid of shiny object syndrome and empower women entrepreneurs to get crazy confident in their talents and more visible. Because if we don't share our work, who will? That's an awesome intro. Hi, Denise.
Hi, Sam. How are you? Thank you for having me here.
No, you're very, very welcome. Thank you for being with me. So, you know that Behind the Business is a series of short questions where I want to get to the nitty-gritty behind your business. And that's why I've invited some amazing people like yourself to come and share what's really going on. So we're going to get straight into it. I'm going to ask you, why did you decide to start a business? Why a business?
Yeah, well, awesome question. I started my career path as a structural engineer, and I worked in the corporate world for many years, in industrial projects, doing, calculations and managing people. And that was all good and nice because I'm an idea person, so I loved that part of having that idea that is just was in the team heads and put it on paper and then make it a reality. So it was actually, something that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
But I'm a rebel at heart, so I love to do things out of the box and do things like my own. So working in the corporate world, at the end of the day, you are fixed to their box and to their procedures, and it was really confining. And I was, starting waking up every day feeling like I want to do something more creative, but I didn't know what. So I was kind of, a couple of years thinking that I want to do something more creative, but I don't know what. So I keep going until we moved here to Australia in 2012. And for me, that was an opportunity, like a new start. So now I can, ditch that career and start something new and do something different. So I decided to study interior design because that was creative and colorful, as opposite from engineering. So I studied that and I love it. And when I was, doing research about, that career, I found an article in the newspaper about a professional organizer lady here in Brisbane, going to people's houses and helping them get more organized. And it suddenly like clicked in my head, like this is the thing that I should be doing because it sounds like the perfect fit. So at that moment I was like, yeah, this sounds fun. So, I did my research and I opened my first business as a professional organizer.
Yeah.
And because I wanted to mix like everything that I know, I started helping women entrepreneurs organize their home office and organize their paperwork and be more productive because I could bring all the stuff that I used to do in the corporate world with the interior design thing. So it kind of feels like this is the thing. So I started that and it was fun and I love it. But again, I was feeling that, feel that this is not quite right. It's not click.
Yeah.
Like, some people talk about like your passion or your mission. So when I started working with my clients, I started helping them with everything, like I was open to any question that they had for me. So I let everybody pick my brain, so to speak. And I found myself helping them nailing their niche and getting more clear on what they have to offer and overcome those fears around, people are not going to like this or this is too small to share. And I was so in love with that. And they were getting so awesome results. So I decided to study coaching because I was like, now, I need to take this to the next step. And I decided to study coaching. And it was when I found my sweet spot. When I found that I can bring my organizing brain my left brain into play, but also I can bring my creativity, idea person kind of stuff, like helping people packaging their services and nailing their niche. Is the creative part, like how we are going to actually the step of step of doing that. But I do it everything, very structured way, so they can actually move forward, basically.
Yeah.
So this was like in the middle of all that realization. I decided in 2015 to close my professional organizing business because it was a mess. It was not a professional organizing business anymore. So I say like I have to, close this, and I opened my new website under my name, which gave me the flexibility, that I can have a broader message because it's under my name. So it's everything that I can help people with. So in July of 2015, I opened my business under my own name. And I decided to focus on that, on helping people find their zone of genius, because I struggled for all those years to actually find my zone of genius. And so I learned a lot on the process. So I'm so passionate about helping people do that now, because we can get caught in that follow your passion kind of thing. And if you have multiple passions, you are kind of lost in the sea, like, but which passion should I follow? Well, it's actually not following your passion, it's actually following your zone of genius, that thing that you can bring into the table to help someone else solve a problem. So yeah, that is in a nutshell how we got here, helping people, doing this business coaching of coaching people, actually, find their stuff and put it in a way that people get them, so they can actually sell their services in a way that makes their business profitable rather than run stuff.
Yeah. I see. What I love about why you started your business story is that it wasn't just that you did one thing and it was just right. And I think that we're always led to believe that these people just wake up with this, knowing the thing they want to do in the world. And yet a lot of the people I speak to find that they don't, even now, maybe even in their business, they're not sure it's really what they love, or it's not what they thought it was when they started. And I love the fact that you went from engineer to interior designer to personal organizer to business coach, because I just love seeing the progression through things that people might not think had any correlation at all. But what it means is it's giving you this rounded skill set that's now really useful and practical.
Yes, I agree. Like so many of us when you are in that process of finding your thing, it can be very confusing when you see other people, sharing like my introduction, like Denise is a business coach who helps people with this and that, and you say, wow, she have it sorted out, she have it all together. But that was a 3 years process on helping a lot of people, and that's what I encourage everybody. Just get out there and help people with whatever you want, because clarity will come from that, from helping people, and be open to help people on everything that you can. And then is when you will start finding that thing that I really don't enjoy this, or I really enjoy this, that I never thought about I will enjoy it.
Yeah.
So it's actually like pick an idea and get out there and try it. Otherwise, you will never get that clarity. Like by thinking, everything looks good on paper. So by thinking, you will never find that stuff. But it's when you actually put yourself out there and talk to people and help them, it's when you got that aha moment. Like, this is actually not fun.
Yeah, and that's so true. And that applies to any area of business. I mean, at the beginning, everyone was like, oh, you must do webinars, you must do webinars. I did about 3 or 4 webinars and realized I hate webinars. I love video, I love workshops, I love people, but I hate webinars. It's just this weird one-sided thing. And I think that you're right. It wasn't until, but if I hadn't tried it, I wouldn't have known. And the webinar series looked great on paper, but it wasn't until I really gave it a go that I'm like, this is not me, and this doesn't need to be part of my business strategy just because it's part of everyone else's.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Perfect. I love that. That's pretty awesome. So tell me, what are the upsides to having your own business? What do you love about being in business?
Well, the thing that I love the most is that I can put my personality on my work, as opposite as when you are an engineer, you have to follow the rules and follow the formulas, and it's not personalized.
Yeah.
But it's okay, like that's the type of the nature of the business. But what I love about having my own coaching business is that I can put on my personality, and I can put on my colors, and I can, express myself, and, tell the world the things that I believe and the things that I think that are nice. So I love that creative part. And I love the part that I can manage my own schedule,
Yeah.
because I'm very organized and very structured, and I love to have my Friday off. So that's stuff that is hard to negotiate when you work for somebody else. Sometimes you can manage, and sometimes you cannot. So I like that part, that what, I work Monday to Thursday because I like to have Friday off for myself.
And that's true. You are probably one of the most structured people I know. Like your personal structure is so organized, and your morning routine is set, and your systems are set. You are one of the most organized people I've met, I swear.
Well, I'm not that organized, but I studied structural engineering, so it gives you that structure. That at the end of the day, it gives you flexibility. It kind of sounds like, wow, you're so structured and so organized that you might be this rigid person with this rigid schedule. But what it actually is more flexibility, because I can move things, because I have it all organized, and I can take Friday off, or even I can take Wednesday off if I need to for any event, because I can reorganize my clients to Friday, which is normally off. So having that structure is actually give me even more flexibility than having a flexible routine.
That makes sense. That does make sense. Cool. All right. What are the downsides to being in business for yourself, though? What don't you love?
Well, I don't like the solo part, because I'm an extrovert, so I love people and I love talking to people. So the solo part is hard, and not having somebody else to brainstorm ideas, like when you work in an office that you have colleagues or your boss that you can brainstorm ideas or just pass the problem to somebody else. So that solo part is the part that I hate. But like everything in life, like we make or fake, right? So we can network with people, and now with these Facebook group communities, we can meet amazing people, and then you can organize in-person coffee catch-ups. So I think that the parts that we don't like, we have to turn it around and be creative, and how you can make it work for you. Because for me, even that I don't like the solo part, is kind of, I will prefer that than going back to a job in an office.
Of course.
But definitely I would love to have 3 or 5 people on my team that I can pass on work and problems. That would be my next step.
I love that. I must admit, my partner comes home from work sometimes, and he talks about, the lunch break and who he was chatting with and what he was doing. And I'm like, well, I didn't leave the house or get out of my pajamas. So, and sometimes I miss that, like, water cooler chat. But you're right. I mean, you can find that elsewhere, and it's not worth going back to the corporate world just to get water cooler chat. Like, there's much better things you could go for.
Which is not guaranteed that you will get good colleagues. So
that is true. That is very, very true. All right, let's talk all things confidence and visibility. I want you to share 3 key things that people should know about being confident and getting visible with what they do, because that's your area of expertise. Keep them nice and short and nice and sweet, but what are 3 things that people really need to know?
Okay, well, first of all, I want people to know that we are all in business to serve our clients. So even that, you are building your business under your name, and you're sharing your story and your why, and the spotlight is on you, is actually about them. It's actually about your clients, and it's actually about helping them solve their problems. So get your ego out of the equation, because this is actually not about you, and this is not actually about you becoming famous. Becoming famous is about that you have something that is natural for you to do that somebody else has struggled. So it's all about using your talents to help somebody else. So the next time that you start feeling like you are not good at doing videos, or who do you think you are to share this blog post or whatever, think about this is actually going to help somebody else.
That's a really interesting point. And I think coming back to that thing where you said, working solo can be quite isolating. I think because we spend so much time working by ourselves on our own stuff that we can forget that it's about someone else, and that other person, even though we might not have seen them face to face, they're a real person. They're a human being out there somewhere.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, every person that follows you on Facebook or Instagram or on your newsletter, that is an actual human being that is on the other side saying, "Hey, I'm struggling with this. Can you help me?" So when you put that focus on your clients, being visible becomes, a totally different meaning, because it's about helping somebody else that is out there struggling, like, or coaches that help us with the stuff that we struggle. So yeah, that's my tip number one: is get your ego out of the equation. This is not about you being famous.
Nice. I like it. Okay, so tip number two.
Tip number two is about challenging yourself. Because I know you feel that you're challenging yourself every day, but I want you to take it to the next step. Like, those things that you are doing actually helping you to connect with your clients and get clients, because a lot of people spend time being busy and they think they are being productive because they are on Facebook all day, but they are not actually being productive because they are not creating stuff or sharing their freebie or sharing the next webinar or sharing their offers. So it's actually about thinking of, one step ahead and saying, this activity is going to help me put myself out there to attract clients, or it's just being busy and feeling that I'm productive, but I'm actually not attracting clients. And this is part of that is safe to, be on Facebook all day, commenting on Facebook groups and liking everybody's posts, and then you think that you are being visible. But that is playing safe. That is keeping it safe, rather than you being the one creating the blog post with awesome tips and sharing that blog post and letting people know that is on your website. Same with your freebie and your offers. So my tip number two is to challenge yourself beyond the busyness and beyond that what feels is productive, and ask yourself, is this activity going to help me get more clients?
That's so important. And it's so true, I think, for all of them, myself included. It's very easy to lose an hour just scrolling on Facebook. And sure, I've liked a couple of things and I might have commented on a couple of things, but I haven't done anything. I haven't posted on my page or in my group. Like, I've just scrolled. And it's very easy to lose so much time scrolling.
Yeah, Facebook and Instagram are time consuming and it can feel like, everybody's saying like, be on Facebook and you will get clients. Yeah, but it's not, that the next part is be on Facebook, you actively sharing your message, you actively telling people that you have a new blog post on your website, or that you have a new freebie, or that you have an upcoming webinar, whatever it is. It's been on Facebook actively, you sharing your stuff, not just commenting on people's posts.
Perfect. All right. Tip number three. What do you got?
Yeah. Tip number three is to create a self-care routine for every single day. Like, not just at the end of the week or once a month. I want you to do something fun every single day, because this stuff of building a business and putting yourself out there is exhausting. And you are putting your energy out there. You are creating stuff that takes on your brain. It's brain work, and you put your energy. And when you work with clients one-on-one, you are sharing your time and also you are sharing your energy. So this is fun, it's exciting, but it's also exhausting. So I want you to do something fun every single day that is absolutely no business related. And this is why it's so important to keep some of your passions just as a hobby, just for you to have fun. Because if you try to monetize all your passions, you will get burned out. You will have anything fun to do as a hobby. So I want you to do this, because if you don't take care of yourself, and if you don't recharge your energy every day, and if you don't have fun in your day, will you super burn out, and you will come back and hear, Sam, Denise, sorry, this is too overwhelming, I'm exhausted, I don't want to do this anymore. And we don't want that, right? Consistency is key, and so I want you to incorporate having fun as a consistency in your day as well.
That's a really cool point. And I love that you talk about keeping some of your passion for yourself and not monetizing everything. And I think we're actively encouraged to look for our passion and to monetize it, but you immediately remove the relaxing feeling about it because you've put a business structure around it. So it's really interesting to hear that.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. I think that for me, for example, is yoga. I love doing yoga, and that's something that is for me. If I will decide to build a business around that, it will take all the fun because I will have to get clients and teach them, and it's not about you anymore. Like we were talking at the beginning, then it becomes about them. So I want you to keep some of your passions just for you to have fun and recharge your energy, and stop about thinking business, because it's easy when you are an entrepreneur and you work by yourself that your brain is all the time thinking about your business, which is okay and it's nice because you are doing something that you like. But I want you to also, start training yourself to also have fun, because when you have fun is when you got those aha moments and when you get unstuck. If you are all the time thinking about what is going to be your next move, you kind of create chaos in your head. But when you start having fun, suddenly the ideas will flow. So having fun every single day is awesome for everything.
Cool. I will take that on board. I think maybe that's something I need to think about. Awesome. So thank you so much for spending some time with us today. How about you tell everyone else where they can find out some more about you and where they can come grab your cool stuff?
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you for having me. I hope these tips have served you to put yourself out there a little bit more. And you can find me on my website, denisedc.com. And if you go to the free resources, you will find some cool stuff that are for free for you, including my 7-day challenge to put yourself out there, which is a visibility boost challenge. So I hope you join me on the challenge. And yes, I hope I will see you soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So everyone, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you to Denise for joining us, and make sure you go and check her out at denisedc.com and join up to her free visibility boost. All of us could do with a bit of a boost for getting more visible sometimes. So I think it's a really important thing to focus on. That's it for this time. But as always, guys, I will see you in the next video.
Bye.